Hello and welcome to another video by Harpy Cloud Solution. This video is quite exciting and interesting because it's a series of videos that would follow this one. It's basically curated to help someone who has no knowledge of AI to actually be able to utilize AI models and create applications that are driven by trained models, whether they are GPT models or you're using a Claude model, whatever it may be. It should just help you understand what this whole fuss about AI is about, and not just about using these applications, but actually about creating them. So you can actually even create your own personal AI assistant from the ground up. So today we're going to start with just the basics, preparing you for an AI development project. We're gonna go to the Azure AI Foundry portal, and we're gonna create a project and just play around in the chat playground. And yeah, just to get us curious for the remainder of the episodes. So let's get to it. So to follow along, all you need is an Azure subscription. All right, and once you have an Azure subscription, you're good. You just have to go to your browser and type ai.azure.com, and then it brings you to this page. Okay, you want to just familiarize yourself with the portal. As you can see down here, there are various models that you can explore. There's the recently released GPT-5 Pro, there's DeepSeek, there's Grok. You can explore as much as you want. So for today, we're going to be using the GPT 4.0 model, and this is what we're going to use to, you know, get an understanding or even an insight of how to utilize AI models. So let's go GPT 4.0, and we're going to click on it. Right. So once you click on it, you can also go through the page and explore the portal. So if you see here and you click on benchmarks, it's basically benchmarking the GPT 4.0 model to other models. So it's comparing it with O3 Mini, L Llama 5.4. Okay, and then you can see how GPT 4.0 behaves in respect to the other models. So that's good to know. So now we're going to use this model. You create a new project. You can select advanced options and also change other things like your region and so forth. So I'm just going to change it to Australia East and leave everything as it is, and then click create. So this usually takes some time to create, because what it's doing right now, it's actually creating an AI project in your Azure portal. So that's why it's important that you have an Azure subscription, because the resources that are going to be created here will be reflected on your Azure subscription, and that's where you basically get billed. Where you get billed, yeah. So we're just gonna wait for that to be created, and then we'll come back. So we have our project being created, and we have the model here. So you can basically give your deployment a different name. I'm just going to leave it as GPT-4, or if you have a naming standard in your organization, you can do same, but I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then I'm going to click on deploy. Also going to give it some time to deploy. Okay, that was faster. We want to open the playground. So the chat playground is basically where you go and have a feel of your model. You can go and test your model, and you can see here in the instruction it says you're an AI assistant that helps people find information. As we go through this series, you will understand the importance of the instructions that you the model instructions that you pass here. you know if, for example, if you're creating a travel as AI assistant, you would provide more information here, like you're an AI travel assistant that helps people find the best hotels and the best flight deals. Here you can tailor it down to actually what the AI model does, but we'll look into that later, you know, into the AI series. All right, so let's just, play around and get a feel of this. So let's go to the overview. So here in your overview, you get to see the main page of your project, and basically looks like this. When you are connecting your AI model to an application, you will basically need your project endpoint. Okay, you will need to impute that into the application that you're creating so it can talk to your model. Okay, another thing that we can look at is the management center. Okay, so the management center is basically where you can configure settings at both the resource and the project levels, which are basically shown here. So you see, this is the resource level, this is resource here, and then we have the project level here, which if I click on overview, you get the project view, but then we'll look on the resource level, which is this. All right. So the resource level relates to the Azure AI Foundry resource that was created to support your project. So this resource includes connection to Azure AI services and Azure AI Foundry models, and provides a central place to manage user access to AI development project. And then the project level relates to your individual projects, okay, where you can add and manage project specific resources. So let's do something. Let's go to the resource. I'm just going to close this. And you see this link here that says resource group. So just click on it. It's going to take you to your Azure portal. And then you will see the resource group that was created for you. It doesn't have to be a new resource group created. During the actual creation of the project, you can select an existing resource group for it to be created in. But then for this one, I just allowed it to create a new resource group for me. And as you can see, it created an Azure AI Foundry resource and an Azure AI Foundry project. All right, so let's go back here. Let's go click on go to project. And like I said, in this overview pane, you can see the view your all the endpoints that you need to connect for a particular service that you're creating. All right, so let's come back here. Here you have your GPT 4.0, and then you have your API key, your target URI, all this you need for connection to your application. As you can see here, if you were running like a basic code, this is what you're going to use. This is the endpoint that you're going to put. This is the model name. This is department name. But it all just depends. And as we go into this, we're actually going to create applications, using the command line and actually impute this project endpoints. Okay, so let's go to the chat playground and let us test something out. Let us go back to playground. And then I'm just going to tell it who it is. And this time around, I'll say that you're a history teacher who can answer questions about past events all around the world. Whenever you're done, it's important that you click on apply changes. So continue. All right, so now I'm going to ask it a question. I'm going to say, what are the key events in the history of Scotland? And you see, it begins to bring out various information about Scotland. So let us change it. Let's say you are an AI travel assistant that helps people find best flight and hotel deals. You always have to apply change. And as you move through this series, you would also see that you can also add your data, you know, so you're feeding it your actual data. So, like, if, for example, you have like a list of various destinations that you want to go to, you have, and those destinations have various hotels, there are various prices, various flights available. You can tell it to look through that data and find out what's the best flight and hotel deals. But yes, stay tuned for more videos because we're gonna go into all this, adding your data source and stuff. But anyways, let's say I would like to go to Bali. Give me hotel recommendations and great flight deals. So let's see. All right. So you see how we answered these questions. Bali is a beautiful destination, blah, blah, blah. When do you plan to travel? This is this. So it needs to be able to provide an answer that, best suits you. Because how would you know the best flights and hotel deals if it doesn't know the date? So then you have to provide details like the travel dates, the departure city, budget, hotel preferences, number of travelers, special needs. All this five and six might not be necessary, or even four, five, six might not be necessary. But it's important, for better results, you provide like the travel dates, the departure city, that will help. So today, what we've just done basically is created an Azure AI Foundry project and resource. We've gone through the playground just to, see how your GPT-4 own model behaves. So stay tuned for more videos. We're going to dive deeper into actually incorporating this into live applications. So see you next time. Later.